TV stars, so it's time to renew your vows.
Unfortunately, Ellen's one-off comment foreshadowed their early demise because Kim filed for divorce after just 72 days of marriage. For better, for
It was 72 days?
worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. Those are pretty serious promises, let alone a $10 million wedding. Kim said, "I hope this marriage was forever, but sometimes things don't work out as planned," which makes you wonder.
Bro, she just wanted a season finale, man. That's cap. Ain't no negative 10 mil. You don't think she made more than 10 mil off that show?
What the plan was. While Kim seemed content with parting ways, Chris revealed his own statement that he was not done fighting for the relationship. "I love my wife and I'm devastated to learn she filed for divorce." Kardashian fans immediately took Kim's side. They said Chris was always rude to her, and they could tell through the highly edited and scripted TV show that it obviously wasn't going to work out.
What the
For example,
fuck?
Just saying I want to raise my kids and live in LA. That's where I'm from. That's all I know.
I mean, by the time you have kids and they're in school and all that, like, no one will probably care about you, let's be honest.
obviously,
Okay, that's... All right, bro. He was told... On everything, I think... Bro, okay, take that back. Not on everything. I'm pretty sure he was told to say that. Come on, bro. That's too vicious of a line. You say that shit to, like, somebody you hate. You don't say that to your wife on camera. Are you insane? Come on, bro. He was told to say that on camera. I know how this reality TV shit works, bro. The producers be like, "Hey, say this, bro. Say this." They don't script it. It's not like they're reading lines, but they'll give him cues like, "Yo, do this. Go over here. Say that." Nigga, there's no way you say that to you. There's no way. If that was a real line, he's a dickhead. Because not only is he doing this in general, but doing that on camera is nuts activity.
this is a very rude and mean thing to say to your girlfriend.
Insane.
However, we don't know how much of this conversation was
A nigga said he was the top G before the top G's.
edited. What if right before this, Kim said, "Well, you're never going to be a Hall of Famer, so you should just quit." They also point to another clip during the wedding rehearsal.
Thank you. Hand stitched. Like my mustache.
Please talk about it.
Like, this is all I feel like I have left is my mustache. It's the only way to send a message to Kim.
When you are surrounded by a family that directs your
the
every
fuck?
move, directs the words that come out of your mouth, controls every situation to make it benefit them the most, something as small as refusing to shave your mustache feels like a victory. On top of that, media outlets are posting headlines that say, "Kris Humphries mocks Kim Kardashian's weight on show." This is what he said.
No! Get in a lot of wedding cake!
I'm pretty sure
Okay, all niggas know not to do that. Like, he definitely did that for the camera. All niggas know not to do that. If you're gonna pick up your girl, let alone your wife, you're not gonna call her heavy. That's insane. Everybody unanimously, like 100% of men, like, I don't know why. I just can't trust nothing that comes from their reality TV show. In my head, I'm just like, bro, there's no way that's real. There's no way that's real. There's no way that's real. Because everybody knows not to say that, bro.
everyone in history who's tried to lift up another human grunts and says how heavy they are. In response to
It was a joke. Even as a joke, you know not to say that. That's what I'm saying. Even as a joke, you know not to say that.
this divorce, Chris filed to annul the marriage, citing that it was fraud. An annulment is a legal ruling that erases a marriage by declaring the marriage null and void and that the union was never legally valid.
That's just you, buddy. Look, bro. You are setting yourself up for a fucking argument if you want to use that line as a joke. Go for it if you want to. But it is not worth it, bro. It is not worth it. You're going to have to deal with way more. Does this look good on me? What do you think about this? You're going to have to deal with way more of those, not because you got in her head over some bullshit because you want to tell a joke.
Kind of confusing, but basically Chris was arguing that this marriage was all a spectacle for entertainment, where he was fully dedicated and serious.
My
the
girl
entire
would kill me
time.
if I
would
said
never
that.
go through something and do something that wasn't real, or I didn't believe in. So I can really only speak for myself in terms of that. The pair reached a settlement in court in April 2013 after Humphries dropped his annulment request, and their divorce was finalized shortly after that. In 2017, Kim reflected on her reasons for marrying Humphries, saying that the Snow Eyes
Bro, they had a fucking 70-day marriage and a 536-day divorce?
shortly after that. In 2017, Kim reflected on her reasons for marrying Humphries, saying, "At the time, I just thought, holy shit, I'm 30 years old, I better get this together. I better get married. But I knew on my honeymoon it wasn't going to work out. Chris expressed that he was in a dark place for a year after the split because he felt like the world hated him. I didn't even want to say anything to defend myself because it felt like I couldn't win. Although he wasn't really much of a star player before he married Kim, afterwards he started playing some of his best basketball. However, this failed marriage and the public siding with Kim shattered his reputation and overshadowed any of his career highlights, especially considering he was replaced with Kim's new superstar boyfriend, Kanye West. Kanye and Kim's fallout is easily the biggest and most catastrophic of them all. Their relationship alone could be its own video. Well, yeah, Trap Lord Ross did it in 3.5 hours.
Nigga dropped a movie. He dropped a movie longer than Interstellar. How was there 3.5 hours worth of things to talk about? Holy camole! And crazy part is, I think I watched that video. Hold on. Did I watch that video? Oh, whoa. Okay.
However, Kanye is trying to save his children from being used as pawns to become the successors of the Kardashian empire. Kris Jenner molded this formula of managing her kids' careers and capitalizing from their success. Ye doesn't want that to be done to his kids, because it has already begun. In November 2021, Kim Kardashian launched a joint TikTok account with her eldest daughter, North West. Kim and North accumulated more than 130,000 followers in less than 24 hours. People are now becoming fans of the 9-year-old. They claim she is exactly like Kanye, confident and unashamed of her attitude. Now, TikTok clearly states that the minimum age for a user is 13 years old, but they don't use age verifications when you sign up, plus Kim making this a joint account makes it seem like North has restricted access to it. We know this isn't true when North went live on TikTok by herself on her own personal phone. She ran into Kim's room where she said,
"Mom, I'm live." Okay, bye.
After multiple other instances of North posting on TikTok.
Yo, they got a relaxed household on everything. If I do something my mom doesn't tell me to do, I can't jokingly tell her about it. That shit has to stay a secret for the rest of my life. She will beat the soul out of me. Like, bro, if your mom told you not to do something, I don't have the courage in me to tell her, "Mom, I'm doing it anyway." Yo, bro, I told you not to. Turn it off.
Kanye told Kim he didn't want her on the app, but she wouldn't listen, so he went public.
Hey everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney.
All of us have been on TikTok. It's completely understandable why a father does not want his child to use that app. But it's the frustration that Kanye omits and his very serious tone that makes people label him crazy and controlling.
Yo, bro, chat, moving forward, I made a promise. I'm never gonna call Kanye crazy again. I could disagree with the nigga, but I'm not gonna call him crazy. You know why? Because every time Kanye says something that registers to the average person as crazy, let time pass for a little bit. And then let's look back at what he said. And even if you disagreed with it, it wasn't crazy. It's just, I think it's just the way he like communicates it. It's so easy for people to call him crazy. Like I was at, when I was at Rolling Loud, somebody said to me like, "Bro, could we agree at least like Soluminati's crazy?" And I was like, no, not really, because I don't agree with him. But I don't call people crazy no more just because it does, to me, it feels nuts. Because maybe I just haven't understood it yet. And I just have to admit that I don't know everything and I will never know everything. So sometimes it's better to just let people, like, if he said something crazy, nigga, that's cool, boom. But I don't know, I just don't call people crazy no more. He taught me that. You know what the moment was? I think we reacted to it on playback, no funny shit. It was when I look back at that Sway interview where Kanye was saying, "You don't have the answers, Sway. You don't have the answers." And he was getting mad at Sway. Do we remember that moment? Say I. Do we remember that moment? Say I. I remember in that moment thinking Kanye is crazy as hell, bro. What the fuck is he spazzing at Sway for? Sway's a good fucking guy. That was my thought leaving the interview. But when I watched it back after experiencing life more, I fully understood what he was trying to say. And he was basically communicating, he was being put in a box, not based off his skill or his talent, but based off perception. And fighting out of that box is like fighting against the tide. And the frustration of not being understood by a nigga who's supposed to ask questions to try and understand was getting to his head. And so he spazzed because Sway was asking a series of bad questions. But in the moment, that's not how I acknowledged it. So anyway, it was that point where I realized, but let me stop like jumping on the gun and calling niggas crazy just because I don't agree with them. That's like, just because I don't agree doesn't mean they're crazy, basically.
Kim disagrees and says Kanye is attacking her. Kanye's constant need for attacking me in interviews and on social media is actually more hurtful than any TikTok North might create. As the parent who is the main provider and caregiver for our children, I am doing my best to protect our daughter while also allowing her to express creativity in the medium that she wishes with adult supervision, because it brings her happiness. However, just 1 year later, and everyone agrees that Kanye was right. North West linked up with Ice Spice and shared a video of themselves and some friends singing along to Boys a Liar Part 2. North had previously posted a portrait she drew of Ice Spice weeks prior. Kim likely arranged their encounter so that the daughter could meet someone she looked up to, having done something similar in the past with JoJo Siwa. The video didn't initially spark much controversy, as many felt the encounter was fairly innocent and playful. However, days later, things went too far after North posted a TikTok cosplayed as Ice Spice, wearing an outfit many deemed inappropriate for someone her age. Amid immense backlash, many questioned Kim's parenting, ultimately forcing her to delete the video. Kim said, "As soon as I saw the words," meaning the lyrics North was singing, "I was like, oh no, we're taking this down." Which proves that 1, Kim does let her 10-year-old use TikTok without supervision, and begs the question, why was she letting her daughter hang out with the 23-year-old rapper anyways? Well, because 1 month later, Skims, her company, launched a campaign surrounding Ice Spice, and this was the perfect controversy to help sell some clothes. Kim also agreed recently that Kanye was right the whole time.
You know, and then I saw on the internet, it's like, Kanye was right, you know, and maybe he was, you know, in that instance.
Maybe if we put my family on display, or yours, or anyone's in front of millions, it would be just as messed up as theirs.
Yeah.
Life is extremely complicated. To blame these
He was right. So you wanted to say that though, because niggas is gonna run with that clip.
men's downfall or depreciation on a single relationship seems drastic. Not to mention, these relationships and family complications are edited, manipulated, and sensationalized for our entertainment. I'm not
Facts.
sure if the Kardashian curse is real. It definitely is extreme to say that these men's lives were destroyed after dating them. But one thing we can guarantee is that the Kardashians always benefit. They will
What the hell?